You've probably watched a plane take off hundreds of times, rolling down the runway, picking up speed, and slowly lifting into the sky. But what if airplanes could take off vertically, like rockets? No long runways, no need to taxi, just pure vertical power shooting straight up into the clouds. Sounds futuristic, right? Well, on paper, it's possible, but in reality, it would change everything about how airplanes are built, how they fly, and how much energy they burn. So today, let's dive into what would really happen if airplanes took off vertically, and why they don't. Let's start with the basics. When an airplane takes off normally, it doesn't rely on brute force, it relies on aerodynamics. As it speeds along the runway, air flows faster over the curved wings than under them. That difference in pressure generates lift, allowing the plane to rise. In a vertical takeoff, that principle breaks down. If you go straight up, the wings don't generate lift at all. They're basically useless. So the engines would need to produce enough thrust to lift the entire weight of the airplane, plus all its fuel, passengers, and cargo directly upward. Let's put that in perspective. A Boeing 787 Dreamliner weighs around 250 tons at takeoff. To go straight up, its engines would need to generate more than 250 tons of thrust. That's almost 10 times what they currently produce. In other words, it would need rocket-level power. And that's the first big problem. Jet engines are designed for efficiency at high speeds, not for brute upward thrust. They move massive volumes of air to create forward motion, not lift against gravity. To make a 787 take off vertically, you'd have to redesign its engines completely, or swap them for rocket boosters. But rockets and jets are two very different beasts. Rockets carry both their fuel and their oxygen on board, which is why they can generate enormous thrust, but only for a short time. Airplanes rely on the atmosphere for oxygen, which makes them much more efficient, but only when moving forward, not straight up. Okay, so let's say we somehow build a jet powerful enough to lift a commercial plane vertically. There's another issue: fuel. A vertical takeoff burns an incredible amount of energy. The longer a plane has to push against gravity without help from aerodynamic lift, the more fuel it burns per second. And since fuel itself adds weight, that means the plane would need more fuel to carry the extra fuel it needs to take off vertically. It's a vicious cycle. A 787's fuel tanks already hold up to 100,000 liters of jet fuel. If it were to take off vertically, that number could double, maybe even triple. That's more weight, more emissions, and a much shorter range. So from an efficiency standpoint, a vertical takeoff is basically the worst possible way to get off the ground. Now, let's talk about what that kind of launch would do to the airplane itself. Airplanes are built to handle aerodynamic loads, smooth, forward-flowing air across their wings and fuselage. But if you launch straight up, the entire structure is being pulled in a completely different direction. The wings, landing gear, and fuselage would all have to be reinforced to handle extreme vertical forces, meaning thicker materials, heavier frames, and way more complexity. In short, you'd need to redesign the entire airplane, not to mention what it would feel like inside. If a jet airliner lifted straight up at rocket-level acceleration, the passengers would experience multiple Gs of force, pushing them deep into their seats. Even trained astronauts find that uncomfortable. For the average passenger, it would be terrifying. And during descent, the same problem in reverse. Falling straight down requires massive amounts of thrust to slow safely. Miss the timing, and you're in serious trouble. There's another key challenge: stability. A vertically lifting plane is incredibly unstable. It's like balancing a broom on your fingertip. Any small shift in weight, wind, or thrust could cause it to tip over. Rockets solve this by using powerful computers and gimbal-mounted engines that constantly adjust to keep them upright. Airplanes would need the same, but scaled up for something 10 times heavier and far more fragile. And remember, commercial planes aren't built with center-mounted engines like rockets. Their engines hang under the wings, meaning thrust isn't even aligned with the center of gravity. That creates massive torque if the plane tries to lift vertically. Basically, it would spin itself into chaos. So even if you had the power, the engineering, and the fuel, controlling a vertical takeoff would still be a nightmare. Now, it's worth mentioning a few aircraft do take off vertically. The most famous example is the Harrier jump jet, used by the military. It uses vectored thrust, meaning its jet nozzles can swivel downward to lift it straight up, then tilt back to fly forward. Then there's the F-35B Lightning II, which does something similar, but far more advanced, using a combination of a lift fan and a rotating rear nozzle to balance itself. There's also the V-22 Osprey tilt-rotor aircraft, which takes off like a helicopter, then tilts its propellers forward to fly like a plane. But here's the thing, all of these are small, short-range, and extremely complex. They're not carrying 300 passengers, baggage, or long-haul fuel tanks. They're built for versatility, not efficiency. Even with military-grade engineering, VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, are expensive, delicate, and fuel-hungry. Now, imagine scaling that up to the size of a Boeing 787. It's basically impossible with today's materials and physics. So why do airplanes take off the way they do today? Because it's smart engineering. A long runway lets a plane build speed gradually. As the plane accelerates, the wings start generating lift, and soon the air itself does most of the work. The engines only have to provide forward thrust, not vertical lift. This makes the system incredibly fuel efficient, stable, and safe. It's the perfect balance between power and physics. Runways may seem old-fashioned, but they allow aircraft to carry massive loads across continents using the least possible energy. So next time you watch a plane accelerate down a runway, remember, that's not a limitation, that's optimization. Could we ever build a vertically launching passenger jet? Maybe, but it would take a revolution in propulsion technology. If electric or hybrid engines become powerful enough, or if hydrogen fuel allows for ultralight high-thrust designs, we might see small-scale vertical takeoffs in the distant future. There are already concepts in development, like eVTOLs, electric vertical takeoff aircraft designed for short city hops. They're basically flying taxis, but for long-haul flights, we're nowhere near that yet. The truth is, airplanes are designed around the physics of efficiency, not spectacle. Taking off like a rocket might look cool, but for now, it's just not practical. So what if airplanes took off vertically? It would look incredible, but it would also mean shorter flights, heavier planes, terrifying G-forces, and fuel bills that could bankrupt an airline overnight. Horizontal flight isn't just tradition, it's the result of a century of engineering evolution. Because when it comes to flying, the smartest way up is a running start.